lot of studio stories that are terrible. Not terrible, but out of control. The first one is when I was recording from chapter 3. And I was working with KG, Divine Mill. I was working on some music for chapter 3, and he had a studio in his mom's basement in Jersey. There was like all these different rooms and different producers and trendsetters was in one room, and then it was like, and it was me and a bunch of guys, and like KG would come in there, and it was already suspect. It was like a lot of guys, you know, but that didn't really scare me, but because they were really nice guys, but it was still weird. You know what I'm saying? Me being the only woman there. So Jaheim was like, I guess on Divine Mill. So I guess he stopped by that day to say hi. He poked his head in the studio session. He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? We started talking. I was like, oh, if you want, come through, get on one of these records if you want to. It's all good, right? Because I was a fan of, of his music and his voice. He comes back to the studio. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna come back. So he comes back that night, and we start doing this song called More. You're more than you think, more than a diamond ring with a stone in pink. The writer, Mary Brown, was in there. And it was another writer in there that sings background for Jaheim, and we were all writing the record together. They had already created a hook, and we were just doing lyrics, like it was a collaboration, right? So Mary Brown was trying to get everybody to sign this piece of paper, for writer splits. That was night 1, which was crazy. But then night 2, Jaheim comes back, and so we're playing the music back. All these guys are in the studio. It just got even more guys. And KG was on the couch laying down, and I'm sitting over here. Gizmo is the engineer. So Jaheim's, he's playing the song back, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting ready to go. It was like right around Thanksgiving, and I was like, I'm getting ready to go, guys. I was going to go visit my boyfriend in Pittsburgh, got a car outside. And I was like, all right, guys, I'm getting ready to go. I was like, all right, Giz, give me a copy. Now, mind you, this is my album, my studio session. Everybody clear on this? On my recording budget for working with KG as a producer. This is Syleena Johnson working with KG and Divine Mill. He just came in and when we were like, oh, cool, and he was just nice enough to get on the record, and we, it was just like a freestyle collaboration. So he goes, man, ain't no copies coming out of here. So that's how fast I turned and looked at him, like, who was he talking to? Because we in my session. So I looked past him like this, because KG was laying on the couch. I said, yeah, I'm gonna go and get that copy, and then I'll be, So KG went like this. Now that was peculiar to me, because are you scared of this dude? What's with him? But it wasn't scared. It was, he knew in his mind that this dude is crazy and that he's about to turn up in here. But I didn't know that. So I was just like, this is weird. So he's over Giz's shoulder. Now Giz is the engineer. He starts arguing with Giz because he's trying to tell Giz what to do. So Giz is like, man, I got it. He goes, man, you getting mad at me? I'm trying to learn something here. You trying to block my learning. This is what he says to the engineer. So we're all looking around like, whoa. He goes, I said can't be no copies out. I said, I don't know who you talking to, but this is my studio session, so I'm gonna get a copy. Then he goes, well, take my voice off then. I was like, okay, And then man, KG, see, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We getting copies out of here. People copying up, his whole thing was people copying off the song. Dude, this is my song. What are we talking about here? This is not your studio session, is what I'm thinking in my mind. So, but I'm nervous because I'm in a room with a bunch of guys, and Mary Brown's the only other girl. But everybody's quiet. It's like everybody knows something but me. And then I start picking up my bags. I said, well, you can work it out when I'm gone. I said, meanwhile, I'm gonna get my copy and go about my business, right? So then he sits down, he goes, you got an attitude, right? So I looked at him, I said, well, chalk it up as PMS. My period's coming soon, so I'm pretty turned up inside anyway, right? Then he says something ignorant like, who you think you are? Then he stood up on me and said, who you think you are, Ashanti? So, no shade to Ashanti, because she was popping at that time. She had all the hits, right? So I said, no, I don't think I'm Ashanti. I think I'm Syleena Johnson in my studio session. This is what's happening. So, but I'm laughing, so he's getting madder. So he started walking up on me. Now, I'm from Chicago, okay? Let's everybody be clear. I live in Georgia, but I'm from Chicago. Actually, I'm from Harvey, which if you do your research is a little more out of control. So it's like a south suburb, but it's real bananas. Where we're from, okay, I want everybody to get clear. If you walk up on a person in Chicago, that's an automatic approach. So while I'm putting my bags together, I start to roll up my high heel because he started to walk towards me. And so then I started to curse him out. I had to give him in this hand, and I raised my boot. Mother effer, who the F you talking to? Cussed him out, and then I lunged at him, but then I got caught by one of the trendsetters who is also from Chicago because he knew that things were about to get weird because he started walking up on me like a bee in the streets. So basically, I almost fought this dude in the studio. So the trendsetters had to pick me up. I'm cussing all the way over his shoulder. Mother ever, da, da, da. He cussing back. I'm cussing at him. So he pulls me into the booth. Trendsetters put me in. KG comes in the booth. He's like, oh my God. He's like, what is going on? I'm like, you got this mother effer in my session? I'm going off, right? So KG is like, he wrong, Syleena. He off the chain. I didn't know he was gonna turn up like this. I didn't know. They knew he could turn up, but they didn't know he was gonna turn up like this. So watch this. So I'm talking to KG, calming down. This dude comes in the studio. He comes in the room and sits down like this, like regular, like nothing ever happened. And he goes, yeah, man, see, because, I be tired of people stealing from us. Like R. Kelly stole that In Them Jeans idea. So then I thought, oh, he's very insane. This is mental illness at its finest. That doesn't have anything to do with a song called More in my studio session. What do you think? I'm going to take the song and go give it to R. Kelly? That's something I've been plagued with all the time. Like me and R. Kelly just go everywhere together. We hey, I got a new song. You want to steal it? Here you go. Like that's dumb. Why would I do that? That's stupid. But then this is my session, so that's dumb to say. And then basically that's what I told him. That's dumb, you dumb, and that's dumb. So we arguing in the room, but then he goes, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean it like that. He apologized. And then he was just like, I ain't mean to get all mad. It was just I get mad because people be stealing. So he basically was saying that I guess Robert stole In Them Jeans, which is I think that's a genuine record that Robert wrote for you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So I was just like, well, whatever, I leave. And then he was like, I like you. So I thought that was crazy. And then I go outside and then Mary Brown was like, well, this is just who he is. We just gotta, really? This is who he is? Now I'm 20, I don't know, maybe 26 at the time. So I'm really not in my calm levels. In your 20s, everything matters. So I'm this girl all the time in my 20s. So that wasn't a good setup for me to be in because I'm not good in those. I didn't do well in those instances. But to have almost had a fight, like a fist fight with a man in my studio session was crazy to me. And then afterwards, he gave us so much drama. He didn't want to be on the record. And we put Anthony Hamilton on the record. So to this day, it's on chapter 3, and the song is called More. And it's a song with Anthony Hamilton. But it got leaked. There are, the version with him and I is out here in the world. And it's really stupid because it was great. Me and him sounded awesome together. It was amazing. But we almost had a fist fight in the studio. I have not seen Jaheim since that incident, but I have talked to him on Twitter and we talked and laughed about it, I think. We laughed about it. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's emotional. I just think he was in his feelings at the time. If we were saying in his feelings back then, that would have been the perfect word for that situation.
After the talent show, girls were coming up to me and they were saying like, yo, you can actually sing. I was like, I can sing. So from there on, I just, started to take it more seriously.
He showed me that, you just gotta be like a snake charmer and really be tenacious about what you're hearing in your mind and you can get it out.
Jay has this weed on him that we bought. He still has some more of it left and he don't want to get rid of it. It's too good. TSA person say, okay, you beeping, so we have to pull you to the side. I'm like, oh, shit.
One of the things I take from him as an artist is to just do me. That's absolutely probably one of the best lessons he could give to any artist is to be yourself.